SHEDEUR Mania is about to take over. Get ready for it. Shador Sanders can be 2-0 as a starter. As a matter of fact, Shador Sanders is going to be 3-0 as a starter. Already, the perception is that he only beat the Raiders. He threw a 2-yard pass, and his running back ran for 50 yards for the touchdown. So everybody was like, he's not throwing the ball downfield or whatever. He's going to play a real team. He will not be playing the Raiders this week, and so the Browns have lost. That's the narrative entering the game against San Francisco. And let me tell you, is that the Browns are going to win. Brock Purdy's going to leave off. He had 3 interceptions in the first half. So already there are good ingredients for the crowd to feed off of the energy that Shador Sanders is going to bring to the Browns. And when you've been losing every single week, you want confident bravado. You want to inspire your team to come into the game like, hey, we good, we're going to whip some fucking ass. Every good team out there is going to play with some confident, positive energy, like we know we good, we know we going to serve a can of whip ass. And that's basically what Shador Sanders is going to do. He's going to inspire the Browns in a way that did not happen with Dylan Gabriel. The NFL would love the Browns to win the football game on Sunday. Home teams typically miss the playoffs in the year that they host the Super Bowl, key phrase, outside pandemic years. Suddenly you're dealing with the situation where the Browns are 2 games back in the division, and they play the Titans and the Ravens, play the Patriots and the Steelers. So this does have the ability to be very, very interesting 2 weeks from now, because the Browns, they're going to beat the Tennessee Titans. We have a defense like the Browns, you're not going to lose against Tennessee, right? 3 straight wins and suddenly in the division hunt, but same old Cleveland. Would they have been in the playoffs if Shador Sanders was the starter from day one? And I think that's really going to be the big talking point, once the Browns do inevitably flame out of the playoffs. Is that if we had Shador Sanders from the start, are we in the playoffs? I think we'll be talking about that, especially if they continue to win games. The injuries of the 49ers. I mean, the first time the home fans are watching Shador, I mean, this got to be a magical night for Cleveland. I mean, it's about maximizing fan interest in the NFL, and it's another fan base that's glued to the TV in December, like we're in the playoff hunt. We're officially playing meaningless games instead of worrying about our draft position. So that would be Atlanta. I mean, Baker's going to play tomorrow, so Bucks are going to beat my Cardinals tomorrow. I mean, I would color me shocked if they do beat the Cardinals. I mean, Marvin Harrison is injured too, right? He's been injured, I think, past couple of weeks. So Baker is Baker, and this guy knows how to cook it. And even if the Bucks win, Falcons are within 2 games of first place. So even if they beat the Jets, even if the Bucks do beat the Cardinals with a half-injured Baker, still technically Falcons, you in the dance, you have a chance. You in the dance, you have a chance. I wasn't thinking of it on the fly. It just came to me. If you're in the dance, you have a chance. Be in the dance. So Falcons still be alive, So they're not eliminated or anything. So, but there's no MVP season for Baker or anything like that. Um, yeah, I'm watching my Notre Dame and against Stanford. We're in the college football playoff. We absolutely are in deservedly should be in the college football playoff. Jeremiah Love injured. He was never really in the running for the Heisman. It's going to be Mendoza, although Indiana, Ohio State. Um, I think it's going to put Mendoza on the NFL draft map. I mean, I don't think it's Oregon. I think it's Ohio State. Indiana get the job done there. Wouldn't it be more interesting though if suddenly Indiana beats Ohio State and now they ain't seen as a cupcake? They seen as a real contender in the college football playoffs. So yeah, that would be something if they do beat Ohio State. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how you just go into Indiana and suddenly you turn them into like Alabama, Georgia, whatever. Come on, guys, finish the game. You guys are lame. How do you let this Stanford quarterback scramble like that? I think you need an exclamation. You need a last touchdown. You gotta stop this guy right there. Why kick the field goal at this point? Hopefully they get a goal line stand here. I don't know how Notre Dame gets eliminated from the college football playoff 10-2, and they're in the playoffs. I mean, I think all they had to do was take care of business and win convincingly, win by 30 points. I mean, the second half has been kind of it's been lackluster. It's been lackluster. They could have shut him down on defense, made some key plays, some key third down situations. But it is what it is. From 0-2 to 10-2, don't care what they hate to say. They beat Pittsburgh and they beat Georgia Tech the next game. Georgia Tech, they were hanging around with Georgia. So they deserve to be in the playoff. That's the main game that got to make a change and pick is right after the Ravens lost, Bengals in the hunt, also Browns in the hunt. You don't forget the Bengals beat the Browns by 1 point. Only 1 point. I think they play the Browns again, don't they? I tell you, this NFL is rigged to maximize fan interest. I'm just surprised they didn't order Baker Mayfield to sit out this week. Because certainly, maybe they just picked the AFC North to be that division of chaos, and they said we could care less about the NFC South at this point. The teams are better in the AFC North than in the NFC South. Looked like they would keep the Panthers alive in the division when they gave the Panthers the game against the Packers, but it does not appear the Rams are going to lose this week. It doesn't. Something is very, very wrong, very, very fishy if the Rams lose against the Panthers. Now, I will absolutely envision a potential upset of the Jaguars against the Titans. Titans are pretty safe in the number one in the draft order, and young Buck got to get his first home win, Cam Ward. So I think Jacksonville and their whole entire it was just a whole bunch of fuckery last week. Like interception. You're in the Arizona 5 yard line or whatever it was. I mean, you're just giving. Jacksonville was trying to give to Arizona that game. I wonder if they're to try to give to Tennessee the game this week. I mean, the NFL's rigged. The Titans have shown me that they absolutely can pull off the upset this week because if the Jaguars lose, suddenly Kansas City Chiefs have an opportunity to, let's say, get the 7th seed. So I can totally see the NFL rigging uh, the Titan Jaguar game this week. I mean, I could see a Titans upset. It could get Cam Ward's first home win. Good sack there. I think you guys are lame if you end up kicking a field goal. You should just may as well just go for it at this point. I think you guys are lame as hell if you kick a field goal down by 20 points or whatever. We get the stop. I think you guys are lame if you kick that little field goal. Sunday game is garbage. Washington Commanders, man, there's no Sunday game this week, virtually in my mind. This game is terrible. I mean, okay, quarterback injuries, we cannot predict that, but it's going to be a garbage game on Sunday night. There's no reason. Sunday night football game for me is Bills against Steelers. Steelers are absolute trash. We know they have to lose. We know it's been set up for SHEDEUR to win, for the Steelers to lose. So the garbage Steelers are 6-6, and SHEDEUR Sanders, him and his fanboys are going to be like, oh, we taking the AFC North Cleveland this year. They'll really believe it after they beat the Titans. You can picture Cam Ward after a win, SHEDEUR after a win. They play each other next week, so that could be a pretty good build up to that game next week. SHEDEUR haters now they are confident in Tennessee because they would beat the Jaguars at home, a team with a good defense. Yeah, there is upset. There is definitely more upset value coming up this week for week 13. You guys are garbage. Okay, they're not winning national championship. You guys are garbage in the second half. I'm telling you, you guys need to step it up better.